That's a different one.
Welcome once again.
Hello, everyone. I'm a physique guy.
Episode 18 of 30 to 44. Usually it's cardio confessions if you see him in the video.
Now it's just confessions. My arm looks big enough.
No cardio, just confessions.
Just confessions.
So, but we're here. He got spray tan today.
I did get. You can't tell because I'm sitting next to Steve.
No, hold on.
Oh my God, I'm black. But I actually am about 2 shades darker than what I was.
Let's go back and look at the other videos.
Yes. You notice Casper in any of the other videos, it was me.
But
also shaved.
Yeah. Hey, Thelma.
What up, Thelma?
But no. Usually we're on the Stairmaster, but since he got tan today and me not knowing how a regular spray tan really works, the only tan that's spray that I know about is, or not know about, but know something officially about, is getting tan for show, so which is basically getting painted. I was informed that if he does cardio, that he's going to have white streaks and stuff where the tan is coming off and this and that, whatever, from the sweat. So
I should have, basically, long story short, I should have got this tan about 2 weeks ago, so I don't have to do cardio. That was my mistake.
No, so what's going to end up happening, he's going to have to shave again.
I shaved again today, and I'll shave again
Saturday morning.
Yeah.
I'm going to shave again Saturday morning, and then probably during his lunch hour.
Yes, Brian, we're live. Is this live? Yes.
Because you know what? You know why? I'm gonna tell you why people ask that question. It's because I've had people.
What up, Will?
I've had people come on. I've had people come on and actually look at it and then like comment of why I didn't say anything to them. Why I didn't say hi or why I didn't say anything or whatever. I'm like, you're an hour late. That was an hour ago. So I understand that question. If we're live, we're live.
Yeah.
We're definitely live.
We are live. Dude, Will, I miss you, man, for real. Like, the game is watered down.
Clark Kent, what's up?
For real, I miss having you in the pit.
The pit is right over there by those purple walls, for those of y'all who are seeing.
Yeah.
Over there, the purple wall area. Yep.
Live and direct.
That's right. But anyway, so therefore, he doesn't know this until now. He's going to shave Saturday morning
Everything?
before work.
Just everything? What about, like...
I mean, if that's grown back by Saturday morning, then yes. But
I mean, there's going to be a little bit.
And then during his lunch, he's going to go get tanned again.
Wait, what? Because they had a 2-for-1 I did not take advantage of. Damn.
Yeah,
That's cool.
you're going to, because you got to work out. You got the session tomorrow morning.
Yeah, tomorrow's back.
So
And I'm not missing
therefore,
that.
I mean, you're not going to sweat too much, but at the same time, you are going to shower and shit before then. So
You don't know that.
you better. So
Pat, you're actually really cute up close. Okay, thank you, but does that mean, like, far away I'm not cute? Like, I just get better as I get closer? Which I guess is better than the other way.
Yeah, it's better.
He's really best viewed from a distance. That was like the most underhanded backhanded compliment I've ever gotten.
That's hilarious, though. Oh, why did I do that? What's going on? There we go.
I can't see his face. Up close.
If the goes up close, what about far away? And put you aren't so short up close.
I know.
That's because I'm slouched.
He's not. See, a lot of people actually think when I sit down that I'm actually taller than I am for this reason.
That's why when he's selling gym memberships, he makes everyone sit down.
Yeah.
So
I'm actually standing right now.
Wow.
Steve is cuter from a distance.
Wow. It's so funny because you can't see
can't
what's
read
in
the other
between because
part.
the tripod is holding the camera up. He says, just kidding.
Just kidding?
Yeah. I don't know if he's kidding or not, but...
I mean, he's stuck with you either way. You've got 2 rings that say so. That's love.
You're not tall.
Ringless. No, you're not tall. Thank you, Anne. Tell Taylor I said what's up. It's time to go to bed.
But tonight we're just answering any questions. If you got any questions, and I will actually start it off to Progekt Pat over here.
I feel very lucid today because I've had carbs. So if you're gonna ask me questions, now's a good time.
So, what made you want to do a competition?
That's actually a very good... It's a culmination of a couple different things. Tay says, hello, Pat. Tater Tot, I love you. You're awesome. It was a culmination of a couple different things. A little background. I played college ice hockey, so I was always an athlete. And then I stopped playing in November of 2011. Mid-season, because I got hurt. And so ever since then... and other people can attest to this that are competitive people, like just because you stop competing in something doesn't mean those competitive juices aren't there. So I've been sort of missing that from my life, and then I noticed that I was getting a little out of shape. And I'm working in the fitness industry, so I was around the weights. And met Steve here at Oakley the first time I was here, summer of last year. May of last year. And,
Wow, it's almost been a year.
I know. Jesus. Long year. So, Brian, I don't know how you do it. I started working with Steve after he told me I wasn't in shape in front of the regional vice president.
Oh, that was
Hey,
hilarious.
Tiffany.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. Are you really shooting this? Yes, it's
thinking
live.
live.
Yes,
We are live, y'all.
we are live. Yeah, we are actually live.
Yeah, it was hilarious. That day was hilarious.
It kind of hurt a little bit because I've always been the guy that was just like naturally muscular and in shape. I was never like bodybuilder big, but I was like naturally athletic looking. And I'd never had someone like straight up rip me.
No, he's not. No. The regional vice president was trying to say, "Oh, he's in
yes,
really
we're really
good shape.
shooting this right now.
He's in
now,
really
man.
good shape for his size." I'm like, no, he's not. Don't even tell him that. He's not. Mm-mm. That was in July, as my dad would say, July of last year.
Yeah, it was. And not that day did I get started with Steve. Not that day. I didn't start till what?
August 1st.
August 1st.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
August 1st.
August
Because
1st.
you texted me a week beforehand and was like, I'm serious about, getting in shape and I'm going to get training and everything else. And I was like, he's bullshitting.
And we hear that all day long, dude.
Like he's bullshitting.
Yeah, so what's up, Pete? Cutting forward here, I started working with Steve, not having the intention of actually competing, but I'd never actually trained in the sense the way a bodybuilder would train, because I'd always trained for my sport. I trained for hockey, so it's different. But Steve actually encouraged me a lot with this because Steve's the one who actually said I had, I'll call it talent, to do bantamweight bodybuilding because of the way my body reacts to the training, and how, I'll call it again, an ability to not mess around on my diet. So that really inspired me, and he tried to do it for a while to get me to say I was going to do one, and I kept saying, I didn't say no, but I didn't say yes, and until one day he caught it on camera.
Oh, I got it on camera.
It's on camera, actually, on his Instagram.
It's on Instagram.
It's on his Instagram.
And on Facebook.
The day I said that I was going to do a competition, and we didn't pick out the competition that day, but he got it on camera, and I'm a man of my word. So I'm doing one in October. I'm doing the Monster Mash, and I sort of just it becomes an addiction, and like a healthy addiction, because it's something that A, is great for you, okay, and B, I like, okay, I'll say I like looking this way. So I like,
who doesn't?
Yeah, who doesn't like being in shape? So I like pushing myself to new limits. I've always been extremely kind of person. Steve probably gets it worse than me. I'm always like, Steve, I'm gonna win. Like, I am going to go 1,000%. Like, you have no idea. I don't even think Steve realizes what's about to happen when we do this bulk again. Like, we could mess around before because we had time. Now there's not as much time. Now it's like pedal to the metal, like Pat's in competition mode, like you better get out of the way. So, but it's a healthy addiction, and it's something that has sort of stirred up that fire in me again from when I was playing ice hockey at a high level. That's sort of been missing from my life. So I can thank Steve for that. I know that was kind of a lengthy answer, but there's no really other way to do it. So, next question.
Next question.
Hi, Marlene.
Jesse.
Oil boys do it better. Just letting you know.
Old athletes.
I'll do whatever you want. And Jesse Daniels is, man, him and Artie Caldwell Jr. probably have the best legs I've ever seen on natural athletes. So
I'd have to agree.
You have the best hamstrings, though.
You just looking at my glutes. What dietary changes did you make? Probably make. We have to guess the last couple words of every sentence, just so you guys know. So you can keep it to like 1 or 2 words. Just what dietary?
That would actually work better, to be honest with you. Well, number one.
What were you doing before?
Whatever. Honestly, I was working out, and Steve, I was working out for the pure satisfaction of saying I went to a gym and worked out. Not for actually getting any results. So, because I would do, like, I've always been stronger for my size, so I would do squats or something, but I would do like 1 or 2 reps and then like walk around for 5 minutes.
No.
Or more.
Yeah. The one time I seen him work out before training with me, he was doing squats. And he had, did you have 315 on the bar? Yeah. He may have 315 on the bar. And I was like, telling other people, watch this, watch. And we were watching him. He did 1 rep and then racked it. And then he walked around, like, oh, I was shocked he was able to do 315. I really was. And there's not a lot of people that can do that, honestly. And he walked around and talked for another 10 to 15 minutes, and then went back under the bar and did 1 more rep. So he was sitting there basically, in my mind, as I analyzed things, he was doing he was very observant, powerlifting type of a workout. So while he was doing all that, he was just eating whatever the hell he wanted to get back to the question. So yeah, that was the kind of workouts he would do. Mm-hmm. 1 rep, let's go work out. Oh,
I wanted to just literally show everyone I was strong. That's all I really would literally look around to make sure people noticed I had a lot of weight on the bar, pound out a rep that was impressive, and then put it back. Honestly, that's what I would do. I wouldn't even worry about getting a pump at all, or how much bigger I got. I didn't care.
And he was eating anything at the time.
And anything. So. And not taking in a lot of calories. I was probably honestly taking in maybe 1,200 to 1,500 calories a day, which is not enough to build any sort of mass. So the first thing I did was clean it up in the sense, no, the gym is not closed.
No.
It closed at 11.
The gym closes at 11.
Yeah. And the main thing was I increased my calories. We started off slow. We went up from 2,000. Do you use oils? Yes. Of course. I work with Steve. So I went up from 2,000 slowly all the way up to 4,400, and went up from I started at like 132, 133 in weight, and went up to like 166, and then cut back down. Am I on Instagram Live now too?
Yeah.
Oh wow, so I'm like double time in here. Thank you for everyone who just tuned in
On Instagram Live.
on Instagram Live.
Okay. But
So that's really how that started. I really was in the gym as an excuse to work, like literally prove that I was strong, but not actually worry about getting any stronger. I wanted people to watch me in the gym. That's the only way I know how to answer that one. Taylor, you're fun. For those of you just tuning into Instagram Live, hello everyone. This is Steve, and also on Facebook Live for Steve. So I'm looking back and forth. So if anybody has any questions, hit me on both. But yeah. But we're just filming and having fun, answering any questions, concerns. Hi, players.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right.
But anyway, but back to the question of and how it changed. He jumped from like 1,500 calories all the way up. Basically, we eased it up to 400 calories.
Yeah.
To get some size and some bulk on him. And then we dropped it down as we started to cut over the past 9 weeks.
Yeah.
We started cutting it down to 4,000, to 3,500, 3,000, and he's been pretty much the past 2-3 weeks at 2,000 calories, but he's been doing cardio.
Yeah.
So a big question that a lot of people always ask, or some of my other clients have brought up, is what is he doing for abs? What are you doing to get that six pack that you show on Instagram all the time?
I'm just eating right. I literally don't do core at all. Also because I'm only 5'3", I'm really weird with this. So I literally just try to be as shredded as possible and have a lower body fat percentage.
So are you trying to tell me you don't sit around and do like 200 crunches and a whole bunch of leg raises and everything else to get the six pack that you have?
I have a better chance of working out at Crunch and eating Crunch bars than actually doing crunches. That's good content.
No. So that's just basically to say that you don't necessarily have to do a whole bunch of ab exercises in order to get a six pack. If you eat right, train right, and they will appear.
Yeah.
We've got a question down here.
Well, you're better at answering that than I am.
What has his protein been when he bulks? What has protein been?
Do you mean like which kind or like how much intake?
Yeah, we gotta specify on that one. Would you go back to playing sports?
Yes.
Which sports?
Ice hockey.
Sports. Just ice hockey?
I would go back playing ice hockey. See, I played a lot of sports growing up, but ice hockey was always my main sport since I was 4. I come from a tennis family, so I played tennis kind as muscle makers, and I would probably, I honestly, like as I get older, like I'm probably gonna end up playing a lot more tennis than anything else. I'm not doing golf. I'm not a golfer. I don't like golf.
So in other words, he'll be bodybuilding until he dies?
Yeah. Yep. Pretty much.
So, and if you caught that over there on Instagram, he said muscle matrix. Muscle matrix is the protein that he takes while he's bulking and cutting.
Yes. It just
he hasn't changed his protein.
It just doesn't have any other like nonsense in it. So if you look at what the actual ingredients are, it's actually very, very clean. Football, no. I did not play football. I get that question a lot. I get questions like, did I play football? Did I play, or was I a wrestler? All the time. No one ever guesses ice hockey. But if that's in this part of the country, though. But if I go to like Michigan and stuff like that, they literally just ask who I played for. It's not even.
Which is crazy because it's funny to me because everyone always asks me, "Oh, you must have played football. You were like a linebacker." Something a lot of people don't even realize. A lot of people don't know unless they dig deep. And every now and then I'll post a picture on Facebook and even on Instagram. I was always a skinny person. So I played football as a peewee,
right?
Or some places called Pop Warner. But I had already messed up my knees and everything before I even got to high school, and which was kind of disappointing because my dad coached high school or coached football for over 35 years. But yeah, I didn't play because I didn't start really gaining any weight until
Katie got on. Hey, Katie.
Until actually my second half of a sophomore year in high school when I started wrestling, and I started going to Gold's Gym and started gaining weight.
Yeah.
What's your food wise while you're bulking?
Food wise while I bulk? Well, are we talking again? Are we talking protein intake? Like what type of protein I take food wise?
Well, just food in general.
Food in general. My food is going to be extremely, extremely, extremely clean for this bulk. So a lot of chicken, rice, potatoes.
White potato, sweet potato, brown rice, white rice.
Yeah.
Eggs, a lot of vegetables.
Yeah. I know. Look, here's why he just gave me. If you can't see on Instagram Live, look at meat and vegetables. I like asparagus, but I don't make it well. So like, I just don't eat it. But I now have like, I've grown to really like eating clean. Like I can walk down like the candy aisle at Kroger now and not really be tempted, to be honest with you. It's weird when I get into like competitive mode, because I competed in sports that are such a high level that you're either 100% in or you're not even in the game, to where I'm so focused on my actual end game that I don't care about things like eating Reese's Cups. I really don't eat things. I don't even mean that to be that guy, but like I just don't get them. I mean, I kind of want to eat Fruity Pebbles, but like
we talked about that the other day.
Yeah, I want to eat Fruity Pebbles, but I don't actually like care. I don't even eat cereal, so I know that it's my brain just messing with me because of lack of carbs going on right now. But I don't ever want to actually eat them. What changes do you make when...
See more is what it says. More. What's up, Kristen Blevins is on
Kristen
Instagram
Blevins,
tonight.
what up? Oh, thank you, Tyler. Appreciate that.
Yeah. So the food, I mean, that's one thing I will say about him is that he stays on point when it comes to his nutrition.
I'm pretty
sometimes
obsessive.
It goes a little more than what I even asked for.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's his body, and you see the results. So I can't. It's kind of like and I know Ann will relate to this. Is that when you tell a kid that's a little league kid in football or baseball, basketball, or really just in basketball, don't do that. Don't take that shot. And they take the shot and they make it, and you want to be mad because they took the shot after you told them not to do it, but then you can't be because they made it.
Right.
That's what he did with his diet. I mean, he did the diet, but then he like cut out like vegetables. Like he wasn't eating vegetables.
Which I should have been. That's not me like one-upping the diet. That's me just like not liking vegetables. Yeah, which is, by the way, during this bulk, ain't gonna happen because I don't have time to mess around.
Right. So you got a question? Do you have a cheat day?
Do I have a cheat day? No, I have a refeed day. It's different.
What's the difference between a cheat day and a refeed day?
The difference between a cheat day and a refeed day is a refeed day is a calculated move in the sense that because I've been eating clean throughout the week, and especially works really well with cutting, is in order to kick my metabolism to high gear on, say, it's been Sundays, I'll have like pizza or something like that just to, shock my system and then really, cut more weight that way. Honestly, cut more fat away by eating pizza, so who doesn't want to do that? A cheat day is when you just get a little weak and want to eat cake. Not saying I don't like cake, though.
So, So if you understand, a lot of it has to do with the mind frame and how you look at things. So when you tell yourself, this is my cheat day, or I'm having a cheat meal, you're already saying that you messed up.
Yeah.
Right? You already messed up. So what you really want to say...
Mommy says I have to go to bed. Good night, Taylor. Good night. I really did like your glasses, by the way. Like, you look nice in your glasses. So. Have a good night.
So, when it comes to having a refeed day, you got to realize that what you're doing is you're refeeding your muscles, you're refeeding your body, you're putting back in redoing your glycogen levels and your leptin. So therefore, it's going to cause the metabolism to go up, which is also going to help you burn fat. So there is a science and a method to it all, and I don't want to get into all of that. Yeah. But you'll hear people, if you YouTube and Google, and find out there's people that's like, "Oh, I'm having a refeed day." One is the mindset of it's a calculated move. This is what I'm doing today for this purpose.
Yeah.
Versus, fuck it, I'm having pizza.
Yeah, that's not how it works. I literally, because I get so guilty about my diet if I were to mess it up, that, like, I could do it. Like, I don't know. Like, even though next week I go back on my bulk, we'll call it Monday the start of the bulk because Sunday's still technically a refeed day.
Yeah.
In which case I get pizza and Gus. So, yeah, so Sunday's going to be my refeed day, and I'll probably end up napping because of all the carbs I'm about to take in. And then on Monday, I would really like to document for you guys the progress of eating clean, because a lot of people think it's like this impossible thing that like you can't do, and I cupcakes. Like, you really can. Like, I'm not that strong, but it's very doable for everyone. Every time like I want it. I have an end game, but I have competition, so I have a set goal. It gives you to work toward in a certain time. So every day counts. It's actually, I will say, it would be a lot harder. Do I juice? There's a lot of ways I could take that question, so we specify.
I'm looking at who asked that question, and I can tell you when she says, "Do you juice?"
Because she asked about the oils. Yes.
She's talking about fruits and vegetables.
Fruits and vegetables.
She's not talking about steroids.
Yeah, I don't take steroids.
Which, no, none of that. But you haven't been juicing, have you? Haven't with fruit and vegetable juicing?
Dude, I don't. You know I don't even have a couch. Like, what makes you think I'm a juicer? I went to IKEA and got 2 pictures for my entire apartment. That's all I got. I spent 4 hours.
That's because he got lost.
I did. I actually ended up, like, in, like, goods, like, looking at, like, the dumbest stuff. So, yeah. Juice drinks.
Is that person related to you?
No, that's Catherine. Hi, Catherine. Yeah, because you have Johns instead of Johnson, that's your thing. Yeah, he thought you were related to it.
Nah, I just asked. I didn't think that she was. I just asked. That'd be like me saying every Harris is related to me.
That's Harrisman. These are all really good questions, so hit me with another one. I want like seriously like a difficult question.
But to answer your question, no, he does not fruit or vegetable juice currently. Actually, well, not in the sense of he buys the fruits and vegetables. He is taking a supplement right now, every now and then, I think, called Sunrise, maybe.
I do Sunset.
Oh, he's just doing the Sunset. Never mind.
The Sunrise, I don't take, and here's why. It has nothing to do with the actual sunrise, but because there's calories involved in Sunrise. I didn't calculate them into when I was doing 2,000, so it would put me over.
41 calories.
You see how specific I had? Like, literally, I pay attention to everything. That's why my face is really small right now.
It's normal to me. That's what me and Jessica were talking about earlier. It's like everyone keeps saying his face is really small.
Burke?
No, Youthy.
Oh.
Fitness Fun Size. We were talking about. She's like, he does look small. I'm like, okay, I get it. He shaved.
I think my face looks.
It does look skinny.
Watch this.
Look at that.
I'm a physique. We're so stupid. Sorry, that wasn't nice. Physique is wonderful. For real though, like I do. I'm actually not one of those bodybuilders who's against like the physique thing. I'm actually like really cool with it.
I'm about to say because I did my first 2 shows were men's physique.
Nobody cares about your feelings, bro.
True that.
Damn,
True that.
he just got shut down.
True that. On to the next.
Yeah, hashtag on to the next one. No, but like actually, I think physique is actually really cool. This is actually a really good point because
Earthquake.
I actually do deal with a lot of bodybuilders who are completely against physique, men's physique, which if you don't know is
the model look versus
the big bodybuilding look. Everybody has their own different version of what their aesthetic should be and how they view themselves, so I don't really see a reason as to why physique would be considered less valid than bodybuilding. That's like saying bikini isn't as good as women's physique. Everybody has what they like and how they view themselves, so I don't really see as to why that would be an issue. A little bit of a tangent there because a lot of people actually do want me to compete in physique. Like a lot of people say, like for the example the other day, we had people telling me to do physique. So
there's another question is into what outside stuff you count, like alcohol, sex, like fighters do, certain things.
First of all, yes, I cut out alcohol because alcohol
messes with your gains.
And it holds fat. So,
and it's 7 calories.
Yeah, it's just not in my 2,000 calorie diet. Cutting out sex. I don't cut out sex. I just don't happen to sleep around. That's like a really interesting question to like answer though.
Well, I get it. I mean, they say the fighters would when they're training for
a lot of fighters do that. But here's the thing: Ronda Rousey has sex every time she goes to a fight, and she kind of kicks ass. So I'm a big Ronda Rousey fan.
Well, that's also that because that theory of the testosterone build up and everything like that has been.
How come it says like people join and then it's
false? Because it's fake. It's not real.
No one actually joined.
No one.
Like
joined.
Instagram just keeps like sending you like joins. But for real though, like why is that?
What?
Because like 3 people just joined and it doesn't say anything.
Well, that's the same thing. There's so many other people that's watching on there too than was actually on it.
Oh, really?
Instagram and Facebook are owned by the same
Someone say something on Instagram Live so that I know that things are going on. And I'm not just talking to myself. This is my first Insta Live. And we didn't even plan on doing this. Honestly, this was all Steve just set this up.
I just grabbed his phone and went, hey, I'm going
This is
live.
impromptu. This is what happens when you give Steve control of your phone, a.k.a. your life.
I didn't put him on the spot. I had to raise up and try to look down onto the screen to see what the rest of it said. I didn't put him on the spot.
No, Steve, no. Mm-hmm. I like being put on the spot because, number one, I'm... Yeah, Steve, I'm quick on my feet, so you better... I got some rebuttals ready for you.
What did I put him on the spot?
She's lost the last 2.
Ronda Rousey.
It's because she has been banging me. That's on the internet. I'll never take it down.
But seriously, that whole not having sex during the training aspect for boxers, it really been proven to be the opposite, actually.
Yeah. You don't want to do that. You don't want to have sex like knife competition, like a bodybuilding competition. Because I'm pretty sure it just flattens you out.
Well,
you'll have. We're getting really. You'll
have tan all over the place.
She said, "Laugh my ass off."
You'll have
tanner all over the place. Yeah, it's not a pretty scene. Thank you, Thelma. So if you're apparently trying to get in, we can't do it the week of the competition. Thelma and I have never met. Ronnie, that goes for you too. Hi, Karine. Who else we got?
Brooke.
Yeah, I saw
Brooke.
Brookie join.
Oh, Brookie.
Hi, Brookie.
Yeah, it's
Brookie's been drinking though. She was sending me snaps.
okay. Hey,
She was watching the games.
it goes
And
down
when
in
I
the
say
DM.
it wasn't DMs. It was Snapchat.
Which is actually kind of. Wait a minute. Those disappear, right?
Thanks for making my night after a bad day at work. Oh, no problem. Hey, Kristen, no problem. What? I don't know what you do for work, but let me just say, if you ever have a bad day, just go back and watch some of our recorded Facebook stuff, because there's no way you can't have a good day after watching. That's the whole point.
Feel like
you don't want those problems.
You don't want them problems.
I mean,
Have a nice day, Kristen.
yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, oh, sorry, I have to look over the stand because it's in the middle of the screen. But now, when you balk, do you change Seaborn? I feel like she's just teasing us.
It's probably. Do I have to push? Is it gonna tell me to push? It is telling me to push, but I can't.
It doesn't tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Thelma, you're gonna have to type it out. So we can't.
So now, when you bulk, do you change what you eat? Do you change?
I changed the calorie intake. There's a lot I can't read on that, Kristen. I'm sorry.
Uh oh.
What?
Hold your phone.
Holding it.
So I'm about to do something here.
Steve won't admit it, but your one video talking about people liking the idea of something hit him hard. Liking the idea of something hit it hard. Okay, we were talking about cutting out sex and then hit him hard. What are we talking?
I don't remember which video that was.
Kristen, be more specific.
Which video that was? Was it the one where I'm at home? And you think it and rep it? Was it that video? I don't know. Which video you're talking about? So now that you're bulking, you change how you work out.
I lift heavier. I lift heavier because of my caloric intake is a lot higher. So trying to build mass, you're gonna want to lift as heavy as you possibly can. Typically, because we will change that as well. You have to switch up in order to keep growing. So that's one of the reasons I like. Ooh, I look good now in the dark. My tan is really coming out in the dark now. No, you were on the Stairmaster.
That's a number of videos.
That's like every video we've ever done.
It's a number of videos. I'm just trying to. Okay. People liking something.
Steve and I have, as you can tell, a unique friendship in the sense that, he can. People like doing something, but won't make the changes to do it. That's
What's up, Midnight O'Neil?
Is Midnight?
I see you feature music now. Midnight O'Neil, he's on there. I see.
Oh my God! So we got Midnight.
But I know what you're talking about now, Kristen. It is the idea. The people like the idea of doing something, but not wanting to actually put in the effort to do it. So, I get it.
Yeah.
Do you prefer upper body, lower body? He prefers shoulders and back.
Okay, I feel like everybody has the things that they're gifted with. Everybody has strong points. So my strong points are my width. So my shoulders are natural, like his or his arms. He doesn't even lift arms, ever, which is annoying. I like doing shoulders and back because they're what I'm good at. Like I get wide very, very fast. It's just sort of always been my strong point as, a smaller person. Lower body, though, I really, really, really have started to love hitting because of the importance of lower body in bodybuilding. Like, to be honest, you get the best upper body in the entire world, but if you don't have a great lower body, it's really no shot.
And what a lot of people don't even realize, especially guys, don't realize that when you actually work your legs, it releases more growth hormone.
Right.
Therefore, it's going to cause the rest of the body to grow.
Oh, Ann's on. Hi, Ann.
So, when the rest of the body grows, it helps. So they want to get bigger chests, bigger shoulders, bigger arms, bigger back. Hit legs. There's a reason why we hit legs on Monday.
Right.
International Chest Day is leg day for Patrick.
Yes.
And for quite a few of my clients, actually. We do that because it's going to stimulate the release of growth hormone. So when we hit everything else throughout the week, boom.
Right.
So, although starting next week with his bulk, he's actually going to do legs 3 times a week over the next month.
Yeah.
So,
which is it's something we've done before, and it worked really, really, really well for me. Everybody's going to respond to workouts differently, just depending on your anatomy. But I'm one of those people that the more I hit something, the better it grows. Some people are like, if I only hit chest 1 time a week, it's better hitting twice a week for me. I'm like, I need to hit it constantly, and it gets bigger. All that sounded really dirty. Sorry, Sean.
Free weights or machines?
Both. I think everything has its place. Do I prefer one or the other? I prefer hitting free weights. Not for any other reason other than I have to use stabilizer muscles to lift. But I don't see any reason why you shouldn't use both.
And actually, we use 3.
Do we? Body weight?
Yeah. Free weights, machines, and body weight.
Yeah.
So, it's usually the body weight stuff that clients really don't like to do.
Sean has this is actually a really good question, because this is the hardest part of a fitness journey. It's the beginning. So, people on Facebook that can't see this, Midnight O'Neill just asked, what is your advice for someone just getting started? Just get started. Just get in the gym, take it slow, and don't expect to see overnight results.
No one got out of shape overnight, so they're not going to get in shape overnight.
Right.
So the key to doing it is getting started and being consistent.
Start where you are with what you have, because what you have is enough.
And get moving.
Yeah, just move.
Get moving.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Get into the gym. If the gym is where you need to be, if you can, get. If you're traveling a lot, you're in a hotel room. I have a client that travels 300 plus days out of the year. It seems like. So she works out at the hotel that she's at. It works out in at the hotel gym or a hotel room. But the fact that you do it, you just got to go and do it,
right,
and be consistent. Once it becomes a habit, actually.
Yeah.
Ann was on, I don't know if she's still on or not. She was at one point, she still is at the point to where if she can't get to the gym, she gets frustrated and mad.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a habit. So when you start doing that,
you break that routine.
Break the routine that you're in now, and to develop a good habit, and that's going to be a key. And then you move on from there. Seek the advice of a trainer.
Right. A trained pro. He's the beast trainer. I'm the
So.
beast. What supplements do I use? Thank you, Thelma. A couple. Number one is the obvious protein from Muscle Matrix. I do use a supplement called Carbolin, which is basically just carbs in a drink form. It's a powder. I also use creatine, PA7, and then DDR oils.
DDR Prime oils.
Yeah. I call it just DDR. It's just easier.
It's DNA damage repair.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
Look at Steve. Just Crummins just kills it.
Carbs. If y'all remember him from the episode we did on the stairs, carbs. But yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are supplements that he uses, and just what he needs right now. There are other supplements that people can take and things, but those are the
right now. That's what I need.
Key things.
Yeah. I mean, other things maybe introduced or taken out and things like that, depending on how my body reacts to something. Because we are about to enter into a new phase of training. Like for those of you who are just joining, is just joining us. So we're gonna go into another bulking session. I don't know what you call it.
Yeah, it's funny because now that we're in spring, there's a lot of people who are now summer shredding. They're getting shredded for summertime, and they're trying to do. I see all these YouTube videos pop up.
Yeah.
People starting to cut and getting ready for, and here we are starting to bulk.
Yeah.
Because we'll cut in the summer actually for his competition.
Yeah.
Explain to that one. Why do you have a tan?
Why do I have to tan? Because I actually have a photo shoot on Saturday. So I have to tan so that I don't get washed out under the lights while I get my pictures taken. To answer your next question, I have no idea what this photo shoot involves, who's shooting it, or anything like that. This is all Steve. I know it's a birthday present. So Steve's literally like the best dude I think I've ever met in my entire life. Like I wouldn't even think to have someone do a photo shoot for their birthday, but Steve does because he knows that he knows I care about my bodybuilding and my progress so much that A, it's important to document mentally, and B, it's really how far he and I have come because we're a team. So it's really for both of us. That being said, I just want to look at pictures of myself.
But the tan also helps him look more cut, more striated in the pictures. So when you see bodybuilders, why every single bodybuilder gets, even the dark ones get a tan, and then they get a glaze, what they call a glaze put on them, so they shine under the lights. Because when you're under the lights, the paler you are, the more washed out you become, this bright spot. So if you ever see him without a tan next to me in a picture, he's going to look very, very bright.
Yeah, brighter than I do now. This is me. I had a coat of tanning today. So you can tell how pale I was before.
He's almost the same complexion as the palm of my hand now.
Yes.
But we all, as bodybuilders and stuff, we all get tanned before a competition because under the stage lights, the lighter you are, the more fleshed out you're going to look. And so they do that, the striations, the cuts. And this is one of the reasons why some people will say, black guys are always so built and everything. Well, we kind of just look that way because of the tan.
Yeah. You're naturally more vascular, too. For the most part. I think maybe you could just notice the vaskiness better.
Yeah, a little bit.
Which is easier, bulking or cutting? I think that's going to depend on the person.
Yeah. There's two factors that really play into this. One is what you're doing to bulk. Mm-hmm. So if you're eating clean, it's going to be a little bit harder to do. But if you're just eating dirty, or what do they call that?
Dirty bulking.
Dirty bulking. It's going to be easier, but you're going to gain a lot more fat.
Yeah, so you're not really bulking for. You have to remember why you're bulking. Like, I could get myself to 185 pounds in 3.5 months by eating cake. But
Cake.
cake. Donuts. But like the thing is, that defeats the whole purpose. I would rather be 175 of solid muscle with abs than 185 pounds of fluff. Yeah.
The other factor that plays into this is whether a person is a hard gainer or endomorph where you just gain weight easily.
What would you describe me as? Like, okay, we got it from my point of view. Steve, what have you seen from an outside perspective coaching me? Like, what are some of my strong points, not strong points, things like that, besides my height? Not being able to reach top shelf.
The number one factor that separates you from a lot of other people is your mental state about the whole process. How you look at it. Okay, I have an end goal. This is what I want to do. This is where I want to be, and you do it.
Right.
Like, here's the prescription. Now I'm gonna take it.
Right.
Unlike a lot of other people, they say, "Well, what do I need to do to lose 20 pounds?"
Hey, Kelsey.
And you go, "Well, eat this diet, do this workout 3 times a week, and do this and this." That's too much work. Oh man, really? Got to do all that?
Right.
You're like, fuck it. Okay, cool. Let's go.
Yeah.
So that's your strong point.
Right.
Your weak point in the whole process, I think, would be you don't want to take a day off.
Yeah, I literally overtrain. Is that bad?
I don't say overtraining, because there's a whole different aspect to that. But I told him that he wasn't going to work out tomorrow, and he was like, "No, don't give me, no, I don't want a day off. Don't tell me no day off." So
that's true. I actually didn't do that.
So it was one of those. What's up, Mark? But yeah, that's the thing. That's I would have to say, if I was to really find a weak point, it's sometimes he wants to revert back to the way he used to work out and want to talk for a long time between sets.
I do that. As you can tell, I'm a talker.
So, but I was like, all right, come on,
right.
Tell me after the set.
Yeah,
so,
or during the set.
But other than that, he's a go getter, and that's he is an Aries, so
I'm the first day of Aries. I'm as Aries as you get. Let me talk to them about something. I'm gonna grab my charger for the phone.
Okay. To answer your question though, Thelma, his water intake, as of right now, as of today, he's only drinking a half a gallon of water for the entire 24 hours, or however long he's been up. Tomorrow, being it's the day before the show, he will get a quarter gallon, a half a gallon, a quarter gallon, and then what's going to be the hard part is actually Saturday. Two. His photo shoot, everything else. Saturday. So, we're gonna have to end it here and pick up tomorrow. The day is going out. It's the gym, it is.
I think clock on yours froze.
Oh man. But half a day, quick on tomorrow. sipping on water on Saturday as eating steak.
Yeah,
So
that's for real.
so
But all right, guys. So
Steve said his experiment oil came in.
leave it from.
So, so we'll pick this up. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. But it seemed like a good time. Maybe we'll get some other stuff going on here.
I really should start doing more. I kind of like just looking at myself talk.
I see. But anyway, thanks for everyone for joining today and tonight. And remember, as
You guys are awesome.
always,
Fitness is for everybody.